Welcome back to what? Roper. Welcome back to what we have been listening to, featuring a rope dog sizzle McDizzle.
Oh, just like a sandwich from McDonald's.
And a Hunter Dizzle McSizzle.
Oh, another sandwich. We can make them. No.
Have you ever heard of the McGangbang?
That's what I was about to say.
Can we make a McGangbang?
You want to make a big old McGangbang with us?
Anyway, we talk about music on this podcast generally. It's our fourth episode doing these little mini episodes where we get to talk about 3 songs each that we have been listening to.
Yeah.
Which is cool because we always like to share music.
I love sharing music.
And this is just a little bit of a free-form way that we can do this.
Yeah.
So please, if you are checking us out on the YouTubes, or we also do Facebook video. Potentially working on getting some videos on Instagram.
The Instagrams.
Lots of things we can do. Social media is hard, Roper.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So if you're seeing this, I did something right.
Must be doing something right.
Something's right. What a weird song for us to bond over.
I'm glad we did that. That's not on our. That's not on either.
That's
of
not
our
my
list.
Yeah. Well, Roper, since did you go first on the podcast or
I went first on the podcast, so the floor is yours.
It's my turn. So here's a song I've been listening to. It's called Orange County by a band called A Hero's Fate.
Put on my clothes and stayed awake for the long drive getting home. In the mirror I reflect on my damages.
I like this song.
Did you like this song?
Yeah, it was cool.
This song's interesting because it's kind of a local legend band. So when I moved to Florida,
okay.
There was this lovely lady who introduced the song to me because she was really
cool.
into pop punk, and she was like, well, there's this band that's kind of big around here, but no one really knows who they are. And that was A Hero's Fate. And this was one of my favorite songs by them. They have a couple other good ones too.
Yeah.
So this song came out in 2012.
Wow.
That's kind of an old song now. It's almost 10 years old.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that
9.
fucking bonkers?
It's 9. It's a whole child right now.
Yeah, it's a whole child running around and making their parents upset and think about divorcing.
Yeah, and probably playing Fortnite.
Honestly, I don't think this band is together anymore. So it sucks that I'm not promoting a band that could be like together, but I'm pretty sure 2 out of 3 of my songs are bands that are not together anymore.
This is not bands we're promoting. This is what we've been listening to.
Exactly. So anyway, the story behind the song. I said the writer is reflecting on the previous nights of mistakes. It's always about a girl.
Most likely.
So lyrics I enjoyed. I don't remember much of last night. In fact, I can't recall anything. No, not anything at all. I've been lying on the bathroom floor, never felt this hungover before. My cell phone's dying. I'm still trying to stumble out the door. I like this because it's pretty fucking relatable if you've ever had a bad night of drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I have had like a night where I left a friend's house after I was a complete piece of shit asshole and with like vomit over my sweater. And I've only thrown up once from drinking.
Was it
and
mom?
It was that night.
Was it mom's spaghetti?
It was not my mom's spaghetti.
Damn it.
I'm honestly curious what it was, but it was chunks of something. It was gross. But I remember this because I remember stumbling to the bathroom to try to clean myself up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then stumbling my way out. So pretty relatable. More lyrics. No, this isn't what it looks like. Oh, right. I didn't come here for a fist fight tonight. I kind of like the like bopping, like jumping up and down vocals. I think that's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, this song, like even with the guitars, you can hear the bopping up and down.
Yeah,
I think that's what attracted me to it.
It's good shit. And it goes, my memory lags like a YouTube flick, yo. Ooh. So like the song's old. Like it's probably written in like 2010 or something, maybe 2011. You know, so like this is before like streaming was like
prominent.
Yeah,
this is when you had to put your Netflix disc into your Wii.
Holy shit, you're right. So my memory lags like a YouTube flick, yo. Why's your boyfriend always got to be such a prick? I always like that line. It made me feel badass when I sang it. Because after all, it was you who led me on. Now I'm taking hits from his fists on the front lawn. There was a time when I said I wouldn't fight back. Your timing decided is only so much more than that. I like that. I like a lot of things. This
yeah.
is good shit. A little bit more. Put on my clothes and sit awake for the long drive getting home. In the mirror, I reflect on my damages, rub my eyes, and leave whomever's house this is. I like how he didn't say whoever's. He said whomsoever's.
Whomever. He's well
he's really,
distinguished.
he knows how to fucking write.
He knows how to speak.
I'm bombarded with memories, salt in my hair from the late night ocean breeze, which is like if you ever lived in Florida and gone to the beach, like you definitely know that feeling. With the taste of you still on my lips, I'll always be a sucker for an Orange County kiss.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I like that. I said I really enjoyed the song when I first heard it after it being like introduced to me by a girl I used to talk to in Florida. I think it's just a fun summer song with a catchy hook and the guitars that make me feel good. Yeah, I think like it's just an energetic song.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think like if you need a little bit of a pick me up, this wouldn't be a bad choice. But Roper, I'm ready to hear your choice.
So, the first song that I've been listening to kind of came back to me in my rotation is a little song by a little band called Neck Deep. The song is called A Part of Me.
I like her 'cause she's smart, headstrong and independent. She puts me in my place, but I don't know where I stand.
Roper,
Yo,
I mentioned this on the podcast.
you did.
And I actually saw that you wrote this down, and it was kind of a hint of a reminder.
Yeah.
This song is dope as shit. I'm
Fuck
glad
yeah.
that we finally have an opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think it is what jump-started Neck Deep's career.
I mean, it definitely. This was the song that definitely got me into them. Mm-hmm. I don't think. If I hadn't heard this song first, I don't know how big of a Neck Deep fan I would have been. I think there's a few songs off that EP that definitely would have caught my attention, but nothing the way that A Part of Me did.
Yeah, Part of Me is a special fucking song.
Yeah.
It reminds me of A Day to Remember's, and I can get by.
Oh, If It Means a Lot to
Yeah.
You?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It gives me that vibe.
That's a good song, too. The story about this song is about a couple who have long broken up but still look back fondly on their relationship. Every time Ben Barlow plays this song, like now especially, he wrote this when he was like in high school.
Yeah, probably like a 16-year-old.
Yeah, so he's like, I really just don't have any feeling towards this song anymore, but he still plays it for everybody, which is fucking
because
cool.
everyone can relate to
Everybody
a
loves
song
this
like
song.
this. Yeah.
But he's like, A Part of Me is just a typical sort of love song. It's kind of the last one I wrote before me and the girl, which is in quotes, parted ways and moved away to different unis. I'm not sure what a uni is. It's
Probably like States.
yeah, it's like an English thing.
Go drink your tea, Ben Barlow.
We stopped talking at this point, and I guess I didn't want to write a fuck you kind of song before we left and never spoke again. It speaks for itself. I think it's probably one of the most relatable tracks on the EP. I don't know if she's heard it, but either way, it's kind of the last song I will write for her out of many in the past. The line, "She hates it when I shout these words, but I still sing for you," just comes from the fact that she never really liked my band or any of the music I listened to, but she'd always ask me to sing and play guitar for her when we were together. So yeah.
That's actually, first of all, didn't know that.
Yeah.
I like that. I tried doing research on all the songs I chose today, and nothing came up.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed. But that's a big enough song to where, yeah, you can get some juicy deets out of.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. I kind of heard the backstory to this a couple of years ago, but you want to hear some lyrics that I like? Okay, so I like it when in songs when vocalists kind of trade back and forth, and this song is like a pretty prime example of that, of how to do it well. Not saying other bands don't do it well, but since this girl isn't in the band, like
Actually, I think that's what Roper's trying to say. He's like, all these other bands suck at this.
suck, try
But-
harder.
Ben Barlow and girl that,
Laura
always-
Whiteside
yeah,
is her name.
I wonder what she's doing.
I don't know.
I like her voice.
She'll always be a part of me.
God damn it, Rover.
Some lyrics that I like is, I was falling for a girl who would ask me to come over just for a day when her parents were away. Now all I can do is lay in my room, fall asleep, dream of you, then wake up and do nothing about it.
Poetry.
And then when Laura Whiteside comes in, she's like, I fell for a boy who would never ever let me walk home that way, cause you gotta be safe.
Oh, that's how she sang it. Exactly.
So hold back your views, we're both leaving soon. I can't fall back on you cause it's not what I'm doing. And then that's when they trade into the, she hates me when I shout these words, but I'll still sing for you.
Yeah, they did a great job at that.
Dude, it's so awesome. And the first time I heard it, I just remember like getting chills and being like, what is this that I'm listening to? I love it.
It's crazy. So I actually know a little bit about the recording of this song.
Yeah.
And it was just fucking like just a home DIY thing. Ben's brother, I believe.
Seb.
Yeah, Seb.
He does a lot. He's like a pretty big producer now.
Yeah, but back then, I think, they just had like what basically I have. And
Yeah.
they recorded that song in their home. They did some. I mean, I think what makes it such a good song partially is the rawness behind it.
Absolutely. And that's
Like, Ben
what,
has way too many fucking plugins and vocal editors on his voice nowadays, and it's annoying to me. You know?
I know. And I think I like a lot of the earlier stuff because it's what introduced me to the band. Not saying the band can't progress, but just the rawness in his voice is so unique in this song that like on these first two EPs, it's so unique, you know?
Yeah, it's good shit.
I miss it. But why I like this song, it was my introduction into Neck Deep. And without the song, like I said earlier, I probably wouldn't like the band at first. But I kind of have a different, like, I gave my interpretation earlier, but I kind of have a side story for this song in particular. So ever since I was younger, I had this girl who would be in my life, and for whatever reason, things would end, and then we would take different avenues in our life, and somehow we'd always find this road back towards each other. And this song always like reminds me of that in some way. I know this song's about a breakup, but it's just like just like him looking back fondly on that relationship, and then my avenues leading towards hers. I mean, constantly we end up going in different directions, but somehow it just works out where we always end up finding each other in a weird way, and then like nothing was lost, you know? And you wonder in that situation why it ended in the first place, you know? So I don't know. It's a pretty I don't know. I like this song because of that, and it makes me think of that person. So very cool.
Yeah, I like that. It's a little heartwarming.
Yeah.
Well, Roper, I got a song for you.
What is it?
It's depressing.
Oh,
It's Depression, my favorite.
depression.
It's a good old tune by Joyce Manor, which is called Big Lie.
I never noticed the way she had it out for me. I set deposits like that for everyone.
Now, here's the deal. Joyce Manor has this album that everyone like really loves. If you go and like look at their top songs, all their top songs are off this album.
Yeah.
Not this song.
No.
I actually don't care for their top album. Song came out in 2018.
Oh.
Which is not that long ago.
No.
Yeah, a
a
couple
whole
years.
3 years ago.
I mean, yeah. And then the lyrics I really enjoyed. Actually, you know what?
What?
I forgot to do my story and interpretation.
Yeah,
behind
let's
the
hear
song.
that first before you start spewing out some lyrics.
Well, it's funny because it's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's like it's just about being lonely.
Yeah.
And it's like taking in your surroundings and like feeling down on yourself.
Yeah.
So I'll get into a little bit more about that, but I think the lyrics are important to talk about right now. So, and I really enjoy them. And they go, don't you ever feel lonely? Baby, I've been lonely my whole life. Girls can be kind of controlling. I want to be controlled. I think it'd be all right. And everybody thinks I'm joking. If it's funny, then hold me while I cry all night. Maybe we should watch it slowly. We can figure it out. It's all a great big lie. So it's like, Yeah, I don't know why these lyrics really hit me in a
They
fucking...
kind of hit me as you were reading them off. So
Dude, and keep going here. 7:30 in the morning, feeling stoned in the glow of the streetlight. Sound of car doors gently closing. Baby, I've been lonely my whole life. I never noticed the way she had it out for me. I just suppose it's like that for everyone. So understated, we're never friendly anyhow. Just tell me what you want me to do. If you were aimless, I'll be what you're aiming for. If you get anxious, I'll put on morning for you. So overstated, we're never in the moment now. It's like a back and forth on a relationship, right? So what I wrote here I think is important, at least regarding me. This song and I have a strange and depressing history. I was really romanticizing my own misery at the time. I enjoyed seeing myself down in the dumps for whatever reason, and I took pride in thinking these lyrics are exactly what I was relating to. Now I see them more of a nostalgic look back on my recent past. I really enjoy the simplicity of the song. I really love the lyrics, and I think that altogether they put out an interesting message. And it's fucking hard because I think the line that really gets me is, well, the first one, girls can be kind of controlling. I want to be controlled. I think it'd be all right.
That was the one that kind of I was drawn to.
Yeah, I just remember having a really strange memory regarding this song of there was this girl that I was incredibly into. Beautiful girl, super cool, smart, but absolutely was not down for a relationship.
Yeah.
And she was like one of those like free spirit kind of girls.
Oh, yeah.
And, I was, not into that. And I remember like really connecting to her or connecting this song to her because of that line, I want to be controlled. I think it'd be all right.
Yeah.
And I think that in a lot of ways she controlled me, like, but not in like a negative way, but in like a, oh, you don't want a relationship with me way.
Yeah.
It's like when I did, so, and then the other one is, everybody thinks I'm joking. If it's funny, then hold me while I cry all night. It's like there's parts in our past, like I'm assuming, I don't know for you for sure, but like where all I wanted to do was like get that fucking boost of serotonin from crying.
Oh yeah, sometimes like I've been there where I've just been super down and just wanted to have a good cry, Sometimes it, like, if you are down like that, you almost need that cry to make yourself get past the saddest part of that position. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know. I just like going through my past, thinking off the top of my head, just like when certain family members died and within a month of each other, by the second one, I was just so like numb to it that I couldn't cry, you know, and I don't know what eventually happened. I kind of blocked out a lot of that part of my life, but eventually I think I ended up just breaking down, and then got past it. But
I feel you, man.
Shit's tough, bro.
Well, shit, dude. All right, well, what's your next one?
My next one is a song called Kids by the Gospel Youth.
If you're gonna sing it with soul, she said. If you're gonna love it with no regrets.
And it's from their Always Lose EP, or I think it's an album, but it came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Did you like this song?
I did enjoy it. I read a YouTube comment that made a lot of sense to me, and he said that because I watched the music videos for all these songs.
Oh, okay.
And that one specifically said that it gave him the Fall Out Boy Panic at the Disco era vibe.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think the lead vocalist is super talented. It was a little... This was my least favorite of your three.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, no, I think it was a little too boring for me.
Okay.
I think I have like an expectation of what your songs are going to be, and like for whatever reason, this wasn't one that fit the vibe.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain to you why I picked this one.
Okay, please do.
So the story behind this song, originally, like on the surface of like reading the lyrics for this, I thought this song was about this couple, like not like they're in love with each other, but they think whatever town they're in is not for them, and they're just stuck in the same routine, the same habits, so they want to elope. Mm-hmm. And so basically run away from everything that they know. But after like listening to it and reading the lyrics some more, I think this song is actually about fucking like bringing the best out of your significant other.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into those lyrics. I want to hear them.
One of or some lyrics I enjoyed. To die's a big adventure, and we're the true lost boys. But if we're never gonna grow up, I suggest it's best we cover all the rules we're to employ. She grabbed her coat and stood. She slipped her words and slurred. Easy for me to say. And she walked for the door. I like those lyrics because, like, growing up, Peter Pan was like one of my favorite like movies and one of my favorite books. And one of my favorite quotes from that is like, to die is a great adventure. And then the other character, I can't remember who it was, but he's like, but to live is the best adventure. So that little part like fucking stood out to me when he says that. But I really like the chorus of this song. He's like, if you're going to sing it with soul, she said. If you're going to love with no regrets. But if we're going to run, let's do it now. I've been waiting all my life for the one. And I think, I got some more lyrics, huh?
Oh, but Roper.
But here I am.
Don't hold back.
And I'll always remember how you looked out there in the moonlight, how we knew it was right, how we felt so alive. We were where we were meant to be. Yeah. There's a lot of W's, so I didn't want to stumble all over those. But I find a lot of my music on Spotify and random playlists. I say this every episode. But this one, I think I found it about a year ago. And just like you said, drawn to his voice. This guy's got a phenomenal voice. Like, I can't really describe it.
What was the band again? What's her name?
They're called the Gospel Youth. I don't know if I said
Youth.
that, but yeah, Kids by the Gospel Youth. But I like this song because his vocals are absolutely phenomenal. The catchy chorus is good. It's got one of those. I don't know. I like that.
I like that.
And the song makes me happy.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
Where like a lot of songs can be sad and depressing. And I'm not saying that just to play off of you. I wrote that in my notes, but it's kind of nice when you're listening to pop punk music and you're kind of stuck in the sad boy songs, and then something like this, where it's kind of like has a good message behind it, and just kind of makes me smile. That's why I like it.
Roper, I fucking totally get that, man.
It's a good old song.
Yeah, I like what you had to say there.
Yeah.
Well, Roper.
Let's hear your song.
My
last one.
My song's a fun one, and I learned something today about it, so I'm excited. So this song is Plus 500 Mana by the band 19.
I tried to find a way to compromise, never cared at all.
I did like this one too.
Roper, have you heard of the band before?
I have not.
It's because I don't know how I found them, but I know that they exclusively, for the longest time, were only available off the Bandcamp website. So I'm not sure if I saw like a link to one of their songs or what it was. It was just a bunch of random stuff, but that's how I always knew them, and I fell in love with the song. First of all, it came out in 2014. I always try to find the story behind the songs.
Yeah.
Before I just write my own interpretation.
Me too.
And this is what they wrote. Fuck elitist bigots and the religious extremists. Long live punk rock.
All right.
So I was like, good enough.
I like that.
We'll talk about some lyrics here. All right. Lyrically, this is fucking fantastic. How can you look me in the eyes and say that you believe these lies with a straight face? You say you don't discriminate, but that's never been the case, and I can't take this fickle bullshit anymore. Your time is up. I've called your bluff. I've had enough, and I'm running for the door because it's never been worth fighting for. I was like, okay, all right.
Ooh.
Strong, flowed incredibly well. And then it goes, redact the facts as you attack. You pick and choose just what you want to see. You're thumping at your empty tones until your knuckles bleed, and all this honesty or hostility is suffocating me. You've got your hands around my neck, and I can barely breathe. I'm at the end of my rope that you're using to choke out my voice until I'm turning blue, but I am nothing like you, a mob mentality, too blind to see the enemy, this ethos you're subscribing to, what's become of you. I could never write that.
Yeah.
That's some that's some fucking writing right there.
That was awesome.
This is writing from a band that nobody talks about. It is depressing. I got a little bit more. You have no right to say what's real and what's fake and make me feel so second rate because I alone control my fate. No gods, no matters is my creed. You are so elitist, extremist. Don't pray for me, you fucking self-righteous bigot. Just keep throwing stones. You're nothing but drones. But don't you ever look down on me from your make-believe pedestal. Make no mistake, it's all your fault.
I wonder where their mindset's at now in 2021. They wrote this in 2014.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, they're a bit ahead of the curve. I mean, I think this is just like towards more like religious based people, clearly.
Yeah.
And so I mean, like, not that like I bash people of religion or anything, but I do think there are. I always said, in my opinion, I think the most judgmental people are the people that are in churches.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and it's like their whole mentality is like, we don't judge. You know, it's like, but God judges. You know, it's like, it just seems like that's everything comes off.
They whisper behind your backs and shit like that.
Well, this is what I said, Roper. I said,
let's hear it.
This is a fucking powerful ass song from a band that absolutely nobody has heard of, unfortunately. I have no idea how I found this song back in 2015 or so, but it's always a song I turn on to work out to or blow off some steam. Lyrically, the song is impressive, and the instruments really push the message forward with the loud and aggressive. I meant to say the loud guitars and aggressive with the drums being pounded hard and proud. Here's the deal.
What?
Roper found this on streaming services.
Yeah.
And they released it in 2020, which means I'm assuming sometime last year. Well, clearly.
Yeah.
And I like have talked to some of these band members before on like their Facebook page.
Yeah.
And they said the band was dead. So I'm curious as to like why in 2020 they decided to upload a song from 2014 onto streaming services. Maybe they're coming back, baby.
Yeah.
That is what I'm hoping for. They also have a couple other great songs. I highly recommend downloading this album.
I'll check it out.
That they have. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Roper, go to your number one because I'm really excited about it.
All right. So, I like to bring a little of the weird.
Oh, boy, do you.
This segment. This song that I picked is called Mystery, and it's by a band called Shrezzers. It's off
Shrezzers.
2019 album Relationships. My interpretation behind this song, it's another breakup song.
That's what I say, baby.
But, you know, the lyrics don't really stand out, and I will get to why they don't.
I cannot tell you a single thing that they said, but there's a lot going on.
Let me give a backstory to this band. They are from Russia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they originally wanted to call themselves Shredding Brazzers, but they couldn't carry the name over to America because of the website Brazzers. So they.
What is that site?
It's a porn site.
Okay.
If you don't know.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure.
I mean, no.
But yeah. So this band is. I don't even know how I found them. Just one of those playlists, and all right. So they speak broken English, and when they try to sing, and it's fucking great. I don't necessarily think it's broken English.
Yeah,
it's
not pretty good.
He's you can hear the accents in there, the Russian accents. But some lyrics that I enjoyed, you remember we were together, you and I and no one else, sacrifice for every moment, don't make everything worse. I'm screaming, hurting my eyes. I should have split this up. But they've got a clean vocalist and an unclean, so I'm going to start this over. The unclean vocalist, he's, you remember... Oh, God. You remember we were together, you and I and no one else, sacrifice for every moment, don't make everything worse. And then the unclean vocalist comes in singing, I'm screaming, hurting my eyes, telling a different story, liar, your words just breaking my heart, so Are we just friends or enemies? Just say what you feel. Just say what you need. And then there's this fucking kick-ass part where the guitar starts to chug, and then the clean vocalist is like, free inside, I'm celebrating our life. Free inside for we are living for tonight. Can't kill this moment no matter what, no matter what. So I'm going to say why I like this song, because, you know, those lyrics don't really stand out.
Yeah, I gotta know.
But these guys are a fucking metal band from Russia.
Yes.
And they have a fucking saxophone player. Dude.
That's what I was really excited about.
I know. Oh, man, I cannot describe how awesome this band is.
It comes out of nowhere.
It does. It just fucking
and
smacks
it
you
fits
right in the face.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's got what it needs. I honestly didn't realize they were from Russia, but now thinking about it, I'm like, of course they're from Russia.
This whole Relationships album, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, they had like a really good, like the lead guitar in this song is like that Midwest emo vibe kind of thing that you always like to go for. And I think everything in the song really fit well together. A lot of melding of genres that just happened to work.
The first time I heard it, it just like broke my brain. I was not expecting the saxophone player at all, and he's just like the highlight of this band for me.
For sure.
But dude, this is one of those songs that you definitely have to listen to, as opposed to me reading off about it. It's just absolutely insane.
Well, Roper.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
That's
you
it?
got more?
No.
All right. Well, thank you guys for giving us a good old listen.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Hope you guys are finding some new music. If there are bands that you want to recommend to us, or more specifically, songs by those bands, that'd be great, because we want to talk about bands and music and all those fun things.
What are you guys listening to?
What are you guys listening? None of you have answered.
None of you.
And we are a little disappointed.
Yeah.
However, we will forgive you.
I will. Once I hear what you're listening to.
Once you gotta give us a little something, you know? So let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
All right, Roper. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.